Hey folks, it's Laura with Rain Tree Nursery, and it is pear harvest time here at the farm. One of my favorite times of year. There is a trick to harvesting pears, and we're going to show you how. Now there are two kinds of pears that we sell at Rain Tree Nursery and are commonly grown. The first is the European style pear that many of us Americans are very familiar with. You can tell it's a European pear because it has a narrow neck and a nice fat bottom. There are also Asian pears that are completely round, very hard and juicy. Now, Asian pears must be left on the tree to ripen. They do not ripen once you pick them. But the European pears are different. You cannot leave them on the tree to ripen or they will be soft in the middle, and that's no good. The trick here is to tell the difference between when a pear is overripe and when it's mature. The pear needs to be mature when you take it off the tree, and then you ripen it off the tree. Now, our example here today is the Bartlett pear. There are 4 things to know about how to tell whether a piece of fruit is mature. I know that Bartlett tends to be a very early maturing pear, end of the summer typically. So when we're in late August now is the time to start looking for that sort of thing. Another way that I can tell that the fruit is beginning to mature is I might find a piece or 2 on the ground. And if it's on the ground at about the time the plant is scheduled to mature its fruit, that's another good sign. A third sign I'm using here is I know Bartlett tends to change color when it becomes mature. And these have gone from a very vivid medium green to just a little bit golden. That is my key that as a Bartlett, I know this is heading toward maturity. But the final trick, and this is a good one, is you take the piece of fruit and you gently turn it about 45 degrees. And if it is mature, it will snap right off in your hand. That is the real trick. One thing that's really important to know about all types of pears is that they bruise really easily. You may not feel it because it feels nice and hard since it's just mature, but as it ripens, it will ripen unevenly and then the bruises will show. So go slowly, pick into a padded basket or crate, and store them with some padding as well. You'll be happy you did. Now, to fully ripen your pears, most pears need some refrigeration to go from mature to ripe. And knowing your variety is really important in this circumstance. A lot of the winter-keeping pears like Anjou or Comice or Basque will need to ripen, need to sit in cold storage for up to 2 months before you take them out, put them on the counter, and ripen them in a bowl or whatnot. Now, this Bartlett is a summer pear. It's lovely, juicy, soft, sweet, slick, all that good stuff. And it doesn't actually need any chilling time at all to ripen. But I do want to harvest everything while it's mature, put it in my refrigerator, in the crisper drawer, or in a cool, dark place, a basement, a garage, and bring them out to ripen. 3 or 4 at a time. And that way I can store the ones that are mature but not yet ripe and enjoy them a little bit later. And it's that simple. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's Laura from Rain Tree Nursery. Happy picking.